So now let's talk about images. What happened when that red light comes on? That's a red light. You want to see what a red light looks like? Turn your head, you'll see the red light right there. That's a red light. I've lived with that light for 25 years. My tenure at TVB. Trust me, when that red light comes on, we all freeze, especially those of us behind the camera. Who can forget a certain gentleman whistling the national anthem all the way to his koi pool, just days before he's appointed the head honcho of this town? Patriotism is good. We all are for patriotism. But do we really need to whistle the national anthem? Are the TV cameras, which we know of there, are rolling? How about all the overacting that is seen every day in the Legislative Council? Most honorable members are quite decent people when they're out of the camera's range. But once the red light is on, indicating cameras are rolling, boy, it's showtime. There is one member who consistently goes practically berserk, facial muscle contorted, skin turning crimson. The overacting boggles one's mind. Is that really necessary? You notice I'm not going to mention any names, but I think you all guess who they are. Because I don't want to be sued. This is not Legislature. I get no, privilege for whatever I say. Some legislators, on the other hand, behave as if they have never heard of decorum and respect for the institution of the legislature. They seem to feel being sloppily dressed is a sign of being liberated from the stricture of the colonial dress code of jacket and tie. Wearing a T-shirt commemorating one of the bloodthirstiest revolutionaries in Central American history might well be one member's personal signature. But it doesn't do much to show constituents his seriousness of purpose in supposedly looking out for their interests. The most disgusting behavior, so far that is, who knows, there may be worse coming up, but so far anyway, is the occasional tossing of various props inside the chamber while the legislature is in session. It's almost guaranteed that something outrageously visual would occur each time the chief executive shows up for question time. A legislator doesn't need to be an admirer of the chief executive, whoever the incumbent might be, but he or she definitely is expected to pay due respect to the office of chief executive. Free speech and civility are not mutually exclusive. We all know the major reason for theatrics. With 7, 8, or more cameras rolling, some of them broadcasting live, the most distracting antics, no matter how asinine or childish, gets the most coverage. Most of the antics have no rhyme or reason, but they make for great visuals, which inevitably would get the news director's choice to be broadcast live and repeated ad nauseum in edited version in subsequent evening newscasts. Even if the legislature were nothing more than a glorified debating society, the quality of so-called debates leaves much to be desired. With the exception of a handful of members whose professions demand an ability to speak extemporaneously, most others seem not to be able to think and speak at the same time, whether in English or in Cantonese. In place of national debate, the legislators indulge in name-calling, shouting matches, and general bad-mouthing. The senior administration officials, who are supposed to provide sensible, if not witty, rejoinders, aren't doing any better either. They read from papers prepared by the functionaries, or they dodge the bullet completely by saying that they would provide the requested information in written responses after the meeting adjourns. Not exactly an awe-inspiring spectacle on live television. In short, what we witness every day, whether from the administration or the legislature, all supposedly politicians are just all forms and no substance. It's gotten to the point that it's no longer politics of perception, but just plain, simple perception pretending to be politics. Whatever is going on is not solely the handiwork of the administration and the legislators. The news media, such as they are, have been helping both sides to stir the pot to come up with this mixed potion of governance gridlock.